teacher from Sai Coaching Institute. Now this is a very important session because you people are preparing for the board exam physics 2025. This year the physics exam was first exam, you know. Okay. So how to prepare the board exam, physics board exam 2025? Here I am going to give some tricks and some strategies I want to share with you. That will be more valuable and helpful for you, my dear students. Okay. First one, as a student, you should know one thing. What is that? The question pattern. Because we have hardly only just 25 days. You are all you are very busy with the practicals, I know. So in that situation, in that crucial situation, you must aware of that, aware of preparing for the board exam 2025. So only I am conducting this class, this live class. It will be I ensure that this will be very helpful for you. So you keep on watching this, then you get the very good knowledge about the board exam. Okay. First one, as a student, you should know what is the question pattern for the board exam 25 physics. The question pattern here I showed. The question pattern consists of 16 one-mark questions. That means what? 16 MCQs, multiple choice questions. Among the 16 questions, 12 questions are MCQ directly. That consists of 4 options. That is like a choose the best answer. The remaining 4 questions are assertion reason type questions. Okay, 16 into 1 equal to 16. The next is 2 mark question, 5 2-mark question. That is 5 into 2 is equal to 10. And then 3-mark question, 7 3-mark questions. 7 into 3 is equal to 21. And next is case-based study question. How many case-based study questions are there? 2 case-based study questions are there. But this is also comes under the category of MCQs only. That will be very helpful for you. So 2 into 4 is equal to 8. Lastly, 3 5-mark questions are there. Okay, 3 into 5, 15 questions. Okay, this is about question pattern. But what is the structure? The structure consists of 4 choices. One question is given, 4 choices are given. First 12 questions. Next 4 questions, assertion reason based questions. Okay, you know, out of this 5 2 marks, 1 2 mark having internal choice. You have one internal choice, not open choice. Okay, then these 3 marks, 7 3 marks are there. Out of the 7 3 marks, 1 3 mark must have internal choice, that you can use it. Okay. Then case-based study question. What is mean by case-based study? Some content will be given related to, for example, Faraday cage or something electrostatic shielding or whatever maybe in the ray optics, that what is the total internal reflection. Some paragraph will be given. From the paragraph, they can ask the question. Actually, that is the method, but in the physics exam, they are asking some questions beyond that paragraph. So the content is given. For example, total internal reflection content is given, but they are asking the questions beyond that paragraph also. We need to prepare accordingly. Okay. So 4 questions are there. Case-based study questions. 4 questions. Each question having 4 choices. Out of that 4 questions, 1 question having internal choice also. So 4 into 1 is equal to 4. That type of 2 questions are given. So 2 into 4 is equal to 8 questions. Case-based study questions, 2 questions. Okay. Each question consists of 4 subdivisions, and each subdivision consists of 4 multiple choices. 4 choices are there. So you can use it. Okay. So finally, 3 5-mark questions. Each 5-mark question you have a choice. Each 5-mark question you have a choice. Okay, so internal choice is given, not open choice. So totally 6 5-mark questions. How I am saying is each 5-mark question having one internal choice. This or that method, 3 questions. Okay, but that 5-mark questions are not individual questions. That is the most important point. All the 5-mark questions having subdivisions. For example, 1 3-mark and 1 2-mark combined together, it will become a 5-mark. For example, they are asking about Gauss's law. Okay, that Gauss's law, for example, to find the to obtain the expression for the electric field due to infinitely long straight charged wire. That will be asked in 3-mark means. For example, I am saying another 2-mark. Usually, they are asking problem-like questions. So 1 5-mark consists of 3 plus 2. Don't expect a single question. They are not asking single questions. Okay, nowadays they are asking this type of question. So this is the question pattern for the board exam 2025. Okay. So don't worry about that. Don't afraid about that because only 25 days are there. How to prepare? How sir? Is it possible to get a center? Is it possible to get a very good mark? Yes. Is it possible? It is possible. It should be possible. So follow me. Then okay, the question pattern, you know. Okay, then what is that? How to encounter the question paper? While you are writing the examinations, you can use some tricks and strategies. That is most important. First one is use that 15 minutes before the exam starts. For example, 10:30 your exam start means 10:15 the question paper will be distributed. That 15 minutes, all of you students, don't waste the time. Just see the question paper and read the question paper and grasp the things whatever present in the question paper. So don't deviate the concentration at that time because most of the students are wasting the 15 minutes. That 15 minutes are given for you, your purpose. Okay, you just read the question carefully. According to my point of view, at least read it twice for each question because this is physics. It is a little bit tricky subject. So you need to read a question at least twice. Then only you can fully understand the concepts. Okay, so first a student needed to understand the question means definitely that student need to read a question twice. 2 times at least they can read the question. Okay, then only he or she can understand fully. So you can read the question paper fully and select the questions. What are the questions you are going to write? Most of the questions you are going to write. You have only internal choices only. According to the internal choices, you may select one question. It may be a 2 mark, maybe a 3 mark or 5 mark. You select the questions. While you are selecting the question, you should prefer the questions which you wrote before in your tuitions or in your classes or in your school exams, whatever may be. Before you experience one question means that question you prefer first. That time will be, that 15 minutes you must be used for selecting the questions and reading each and every questions very, very, very carefully. Okay. So 10:30 your exam starts. First you are going to deal with this MCQs. These MCQs are most important part of the question paper. Why I am saying is that question paper consists of 12 plus 4, 16 MCQs that would enhance your mark. If you want to score more than 60 out of 70, that MCQs plays a vital role, important role. Okay, that MCQs you deal with very careful. So you read the question twice and select because before your previous knowledge you can apply your knowledge and get the correct answers. If it is a problem, write the given data first. If it is a problem is given. For example, they are asking the drift velocity, but they are giving what number of free electrons per unit volume. Okay, area, E, all these things, current, all these things given. What you can do? I is equal to NAEVD. This is the formula used to find out this drift velocity. Before that, if you want to find out correctly means you can first write the given data. What is the, they are giving in the drift velocity question itself, they are giving number of free electrons per unit volume, area, charge of the electron and the current. Everything will be given. They are asking VD. They are asking VD means I is equal to NAEVD. You can write this formula first and you can rearrange and you can substitute and you get the answer. So this is the way of representing the answer. So you make sure that before writing the answer, you need to make sure that the answer is correct or not correct. So you just verify yourself because MCQ, the closest options are given. For example, 4 options, A, B, C, D. Among the 4 options, A and B, you can select the C and D. For example, C and D, the one answer present between the C and D. A and D is not the correct answer. Then there will be difficult to find which is correct among the C and D, which is correct. That you can work. That you can you can verify and you can write. That is the thing I want to tell you. Okay, so you just ensure that this answer is correct means you can write. Okay, before that you can verify. Problems, conceptual questions, And also some theory questions are going to ask in the MCQs, so you can prepare accordingly. After that, assertion reason. 4 questions are assertion reason. Assertion reason question that seems to be difficult for the toppers. I am here saying toppers means they are able to get 65, more than 65, but not getting center. They are struggling. Why? Because they are losing their marks to this point, assertion reason. This assertion reason consists of A and R questions. First option, option A is correct, option R is correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. Second option, A is correct, R is correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Third, A is correct, R is false. Fourth, both are false. How can we conclude that according among the 4 options, which one is correct? For example, one concept is given, assertion is given. Copper is a good conductor. Okay, I say simply, copper is a very good conductor. Assertion. Reason, because the copper consists of free electrons. That is the reason. So how can, as a student, how can you think in the assertion what is given? First you have to verify that whether the assertion is right or wrong. The assertion is copper is a conductor. Yes, we know copper is a very good conductor. So only we are using in our houses also, housing electric circuits also. Okay. So copper is a conductor. A is correct. Okay. Then analyze the reason. Because it consists of free electrons. Is it correct? Yes, correct. The one substance, the free electrons number is abundant means that substance is called as conductor. So reason is also correct. Okay, that too, assertion is correct, reason is correct. So the answer is A or B. Is the reason correctly matches assertion? That we can verify, we can think. That is the third step. Because of the free electrons, the copper is said to be a very good conductor. Is the statement correlate these two things? Assertion reason, is the statement correlates the assertion reason? If it is yes means tick option A. If it is no, both are correct, but there will be no relevance between reason and assertion means tick B. That is the correct way of representing answer. So assertion and reason, you must use elimination method. If assertion is correct, only option B will be eliminated. If assertion and reason are correct, option C will be eliminated. If assertion and reason both are correct, okay, and the reason which relevant to the assertion, option B is eliminated. So option A is the correct answer. In this way, you can think and write, you get the good marks in assertion and reason. So that is okay. Then, what about the 2 marks, sir? In that 2 marks, they might ask, it may be a problem or conceptual or indirect questions. In the 2 mark, 3 mark, 5 mark, we can't predict the questions. We can predict the topics only. For example, I am saying Kirchhoff law. Definitely the question is going to ask in that topic. Kirchhoff law, Gauss's law and its applications. Okay. Then semiconductor device. In the semiconductor, that is considered to be a most important chapter in my point of view. Why? Because that one chapter consists of 7 marks in the board exam. Among the 14 chapters, the semiconductor is considered to be a very most important chapter. Why is that? Because that chapter consists of 7 marks. Only one chapter. It is a very small chapter, but it gives 7 marks. That is a gift for writing the board exam, students. So you must prepare that chapter. Well means you are going to get 7 marks. That 7 marks are most precious marks. Okay. So we can predict as a teacher, as a student, you can predict the topics. For example, semiconductor, PN junction diode, half-wave rectifier, full-wave rectifier. First chapter, Gauss law and its applications. Current electricity means Kirchhoff's law. Potential means electric potential at any general point. Capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Like questions, the topics we can predict. In the electromagnetic waves, they are asking what uses of electromagnetic waves. That displacement current. Only the 2 topics they are repeatedly asking. So that type of topics we can predict. But what kind of questions they are asking, we don't know. Sometimes, for example, Gauss's application means sometimes they are asking to derive the expression fully. That is very rare. Sometimes they are asking to derive the problem related to that topic. Okay, sometimes they are asking some conceptual related questions. Especially in ray optics, they are asking conceptual related questions. So the questions come in different dimensions, but we can predict the topic. Accordingly, we can prepare. So as we know the topic means, we can prepare the topic very thorough, because what kind of questions will come, we don't know. I don't know, you don't know, because every year they are introducing some innovative type of questions. So accordingly, we can prepare and we can equip ourselves. That is most important. Okay. So 2 mark, 3 mark, 5 mark. That if you want to score more marks means you need to develop your skills. What kind of skills, sir? First of all, subject knowledge. You need to improve your subject knowledge. Okay. You need to improve your subject knowledge means how to prepare, sir. How to improve my subject knowledge? First, you have to understand the concept. For getting very good marks in physics, you need to understand the concepts. Concepts are the basic building blocks of the physics. Second one, remembering the formulas. Anytime if anyone is asking the formulas, you can tell at that time. You can recover the formulas and immediately you can deliver it. That is most important. Third one, experiencing more and more questions. You need to experience more and more questions. So you can use any reference book or anything, NCERT book or anything, you can use, refer more and more questions. That more and more questions will teach you the concept in different dimensions that can increase your depth of the subject. That is the way. Then fourth point is applying the problems. So the problems, if you are applying the concept into problems, that will give some depth. Okay. Finally, practice HOT questions. HOT means higher order thinking questions. So in this way, you can develop your skills. What kind of skills they are going to test? The CBSE is going to test your skills, not your memory power only. Okay, they are using to test your skills. What kind of skills? Knowledge-oriented skills, application-oriented skills, the problems, analyzing skills, how a student can vary the things, how students can correlate the things, integrate the things, how the students can differentiate the things. So knowledge, application, analyzing, differentiation, how the things can be differentiated, how the things can be correlated, integrated, that type of how problem solving skills. Okay, that type of skills you need to develop. If you want to get good marks means you need to develop your skills, because the questions are the questions are taken to test your skills. In that way only they are taking the questions. Okay, so this is about encountering the question paper, how to encounter as a student in the question paper. You can face the question paper with a lot of confidence, because the physics is a very easy subject. Okay, this is only easy. Concept understanding only. No need of memorization. Memorize only the formulas. Okay, for example, Coulomb's law means don't memorize the statement. F is equal to K Q1 Q2 by R square. That means what? The Coulomb's law arises between two charged particles. It may be a repulsive force or attractive force depending upon the nature of the charges. The force is directly proportional to product of the charges and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. How I am saying now? I am saying with the help of expression. So you can say the statement, you can explain the statement, you can understand the statement with the help of expressions. That is most important. So I told you two things. First one is what is the question pattern. Second one is how to face the question. Third one, how to present the answer script during the examination. During the examination, first one, what you are going to write, you decide. That is your choice. It may be MCQ, it may be a 5 mark, or it may be a case-based study question. That depends upon your wish. Nobody will interrupt. You select. But my only kind suggestion is, if you are writing for MCQ and then go with 2 mark, and then go with 3 mark, and then go 5 mark, that you mix it and you write means definitely the evaluator will get upset. Definitely. Don't do that. If you are taking section A means complete the section A. Sir, how, sir? I don't know the answer, sir. For example, question number 12 and 13, I don't know the answer, sir. How? So you put the numbers. Okay, especially for MCQ, you put the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Leave 12 and 13, right? 14, 15, 16. So finish the section A, go to section B. Okay, in the section B, if you have 2 marks means write the 2 marks, whatever you want the best. After that, go to 3 marks, after that, go to 5 marks. Finally, you can write the questions you left. What are the questions you left? You left that questions you write at the final. First, you have to present what are the questions you know well. Okay. How to present the answers? First one, MCQs means you need to write the answer with the option. Question number, that is important for all the questions. For all the questions, you need to put question number first. Second one, you write the answer along with options. For answers, I will tell you. Some questions are asking how to prepare for the chapters atom and nuclear. I will tell you. Before that, first I give the strategies. Okay. So first you are writing the MCQs, means you can write the answer number, question number is must for all the questions. Second one, answer with the option for MCQ. Some of the students are writing only options. Sometimes you are getting marks, sometimes you are not going to get the marks. Okay, so write the options along with answers also. For example, 12 point EV means 12 point EV option C. Okay, while you are writing the answer, you must be careful that is energy or potential, because potential unit volt, energy unit EV. So that you must aware of that. Okay, so after writing this assertion reason also, you write the option with answer, that is best. Okay, then 2 mark out. 2 mark, if it is a theory question, means you can derive, no problem. That mark will be splitted and give it to you. Okay, but the problem is, first you have to write the given data. Problem commonly I am telling, it is not a 2 mark, not a 3 mark, not a 5 mark. It is a problem means first you have to write the given data properly. After that, first write the given data like this. M is given, A is given, E is given, I is given. They are asking BD. So you can think just a minute. What are things are given? What are things they are asking? So you want to just correlate. For example, in the 10th standard itself, you are studying Ohm's law. Ohm's law, what it tells, V equal to IR. If I and V are given, then we can easily find out R. Which formula connects this? This is the formula for Ohm's. Likewise, you want to write the given data first and you need to write the formula next. After writing the formula, you check once again the given data is in the proper unit or not. For example, SI unit of length. Length having many dimensions. It may be a depth, radius, thickness, whatever may be. That should be measured in meter. That should be measured in meter, because the SI unit of length is meter. They are giving in centimeter or some other units, kilometer. We need to convert it. So the given data will be given in various units, but the answer you should represent in SI unit. So you need to convert the given data according to your need. So you should convert the given data first. After that, you can substitute properly. Then you can do the mathematical calculation. Then final step is writing the answer with unit. Writing the answer with proper unit. That unit must be highlighted by putting the box. Putting the box. For example, I am getting the answer. I equal to 5.5 ampere. That I need to indicate this with highlighted with the help of this box. In that way, we can represent the answer. So this is the steps to write the problem. Okay, given data, writing the formula, applying the formula with the values given. After that, doing the calculation carefully. Finally, writing the answer with units, because physics expects units from you. Okay, if you are not writing the unit and you are a topper, you are getting 68 out of 70 or 69 out of 70. Why? Because you are losing mark where? That is because of your negligence. That means very small mistakes made for you. Because once the paper evaluator correcting the paper, they are expecting the chance to reduce the mark for the toppers. Those who are getting more than 65 means, they are getting 70 means, they are seeing the paper at least twice I am saying. 2 or 3 times they are seeing the paper and just analyzing each and every question, whether all the given questions are correct. If all are perfect means, then only you are getting centum. Getting centum in physics will be little bit challenging. More than 60 out of 70 would be okay. That a good student, that a brilliant student can get. 65, yes, it is possible. 70 out of 70, it will be little bit difficult, because the perfection is expected from the paper. Those students who are preparing for JEE and NEET, that students having lot of chance. I am openly telling you. You need to prepare little bit beyond the NCERT, then only you are going to get centum. Because some questions are, 1 or 2 questions are little bit lengthy questions, especially in 1 mark. In 1 mark, they are asking graphical related questions also. Okay, for example, graphical related means what chapter you are preferring the graphical related means especially current electricity and dual nature. In current electricity, there will be lot of graph. That graph is drawn between resistivity and temperature. Lot of graphs are there. Likewise, dual nature also graphical related questions are there. In semiconductors, energy band diagrams. So that type of diagrammatic questions also going to ask. In ray optics, ray diagrams. While you drawing the ray diagram, don't forget to put the arrowheads. That is most important. Because that arrowheads indicates whether the light is going from here to here or that to here. For example, if you are drawing this is a convex lens, the light rays are going here means what this arrowhead represents, the light rays are going into the convex lens and after refraction it will converge. Who will explain? This arrowhead will explain. This arrowheads will explain. So, once you draw the ray diagram, you must put the arrowheads. The diagram should be very neat, very neat. That you through the diagrams, you need to attract the paper evaluator. That is the brilliant student can do. Okay, so you can present the paper very neatly. So first write the question number. Okay, after that, what I am saying, writing the options with answers for MCQs and 2 mark, 3 mark, 5 marks for especially problem. How you can attend, I told you now. Okay. For any other question also, for example, on derivation question is asking. Equatorial point, they are asking. Write the heading, put the question number, write the heading, draw the neat sketch. Try to draw the neat sketch in equatorial line. That what are the most important points to be indicated while drawing the diagram. Theta, the arrowheads, what is the direction of electric field? If the charge is positive, electric field is outer. If the charge is negative, electric field is inward. And how do you resolve the electric field? E cos theta, E sin theta. What component get cancelled? E cos theta component gets added together. So we are getting 2 E cos theta, that derivation. So before that, what are things they are expecting? They are expecting the neat diagram and also a small description. A small own description you can write. Own description. I am not initiating to, I am not compelling to read the book. Okay, you just write the description by your own. Okay, let us consider 2 equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance called electric dipole. We are going to find out the point P which is present on the equatorial axis of the dipole. In that point we are going to find out the electric field due to the electric dipole. That you can write in your own words. Nobody can ask you the questions. But you can write some theory part also. After that you do the derivation properly. Okay. Finally you are getting the answer. You make it to be you make that answer to be highlighted. That by doing the box, by putting the box. If it is a vector quantity means you need to notate in direction. For example, E vector is equal to Kp by R cube into n cap. Whether n cap represents what, sir? That n cap represents direction, sir. If you are writing like this means that will be attracted by the teacher, evaluator. So the evaluator can easily give marks to you. In that way you can present the paper. Presentation is not give separate marks, but the presentation will give marks to you because of the attraction of the teachers are attracted, the evaluators are attracted by the students through presentation. So only I am just saying you to present the paper very neatly, try to present. The presentation is one of the most important skills. Okay, you have the knowledge, okay, you done lot of practices, okay, but the presentation is most important. That is also you need to improve. Okay, right, okay. Then what about the 3 marks and the case-based study questions? Case-based study questions like MCQ. That 5 marks, there will be a part A and part B. For example, question number 31. Part A, you just put part A and then you write, you finish it after going to part B and write. Okay, in that R question is given means you can indicate the question heading also. A, for example 31, A, write the question heading, you write. Question number B, do the question and you get the marks. But the most important thing is question number with the subdivision. Okay, don't forget. This is about a presentation of answers. Okay, once the exam was over, you wrote everything. Okay, very good. After that, what, sir? After that, what? You need to just go through your paper. That is most important. Go through your paper. For example, 3 hours time means 10:30 to 1:30 exam. Try to finish at least by 1 or 1:10, maximum 1:10. After 20 minutes, what can I do, sir? One time I finished, sir. Okay, last 20 minutes, what can I do? You just revise your answer script. You just see your answer script. At that time, that last 20 minutes, you consider you are the teacher. At that time, you are the physics teacher. Not us, you are the physics teacher. Last 20 minutes. You take your paper, see the paper. First you are a physics teacher means you can see first writing the roll number properly. Yes. Writing everything in the front page properly. Yes. Go to the next page. Then analyze. That writing the question number, writing the answer with the option. Okay, everything is okay, everything is okay. Go to the section B, go to the section C, go to the section D. Read. Just to check whether all the given data will be perfect. Because whether right or wrong, you don't know because you are a student. But you are considered to be a teacher and you can check each and every page. Each and every question you need. Sometimes as a human beings we are forgetting to put the arrowheads, forgetting to put the question numbers, or forgetting to put some mistakes. For example, direction is not indicating. Something they are asking is equal to what is the value of E electric field due to point charge KQ by R square. In that situation, we know that is KQ by R square. We know that is KQ by R square, but while writing, we are writing KQ by R. That will be wrong. That will be wrong. KQ by R is nothing but that is the potential due to a point charge. So that answer will be wrong. But we know the answer. But we are doing these mistakes. Why? Because of fast writing, because of some negligence, because of some deviation. So you can check finally. If finally you found the mistake means you can correct it. There will be one choice. There will be one choice to correct your mistake in the last 20 minutes. So only I am telling. So each and every question, you check yourself once again. Okay, finally, if you satisfied, then you can wind up. Then you can wind up. Before that, you can check because most of the students are not doing that. Once writing the exam till the end of the exam, till last minute, the invigilator comes and just to pull your paper. Till that you are writing the exam means what happened? The perfection is missing in that situation. See the toppers, you need to aware of that. You need to manage the time. The last point is time management. You know your handwriting, you know your fast writing, you know what are the questions to be asked. Accordingly, you can plan it yourself. Okay, so for time management, you can write as a student, you must write at least 5 full portion exams in your school or tuition center or wherever, but totally you need to write at least 5 full portion exams, then only you can easily manage the time. Okay, so try to finish your paper at least 2 hours 15 minutes in don't take too much of time. 2 hours 15 minutes 2 hours 30 minutes. 2 hours 30 minutes or 2 hours 40 minutes, that is enough. Last 20 minutes you spend to check the question, check the answer script what you wrote. Okay, especially for toppers, that is most important part. That is very most important. Once you check the paper, then you can reduce the mistake. It is a chance to reduce your mistakes. Okay, this is about. So 4 things. First, you must aware of question pattern. Second thing, how to encounter the question paper. Don't afraid. That question paper will be friendly. Don't put. That is a student-centered question paper. It will come. Okay. Third one, how to present the paper. So concentrate in that thing. Fourth one, time management. If these 4 things you need to develop while writing the exam. Okay, how to prepare the exam, sir? How to prepare the exam? I am saying always. First, understanding the concept. Second one, remembering the formula. Third one, what? Practice more and more questions. Fourth one, develop problem solving skills. Fifth one, hard questions. Higher order thinking skills questions. This way you can practice. And which are the topics are most important? We are saying the topics are not questions. If it is a metric board, then we can easily predict the questions also. But you are studying in CBSE board. They are testing your skills, not your memory power. So the questions coming from different dimensions, innovative questions are coming. So accordingly we can prepare, especially for slow learners. My suggestion is first you have to thorough the last 4 chapters, especially the 14th chapter, semiconductor devices. That 14th chapter consists of 7 marks. That 7 marks will definitely help you. Slow learners, I am telling you. After that, you study the modern physics, atom, nucleus, and dual nature. That okay. For toppers, you can study all the part. Okay, if you want to get the centum, you must be thorough knowledge about what? All kind of syllabus, all kind of topics. Magnetism and matter, lot of topics, you know. Everything you should thorough because they are asking questions in depth. So theory questions may come or may not come. It will come. Definitely it will come, but it will come only up to 10 to 20%. Reminding of most of the questions in the question paper, definitely that is like the way to test your skills. Test your skills means that I told you, no, analyzing so different variety of questions, comparison type questions, integration type questions. They are checking your previous knowledge. Okay, so they are checking the skills. Accordingly, we can prepare. So, for example, chapter 1 means what topic you are going to give importance. Gauss's law and its application. That is most important. Gauss's law and its application. For chapter number 2 means capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor, that kind of questions, and also potential at the general point. If you know the potential at general point, you can easily find out the electric potential due to axial and equatorial point. For equatorial point, the electric potential will be always 0. Third chapter means Kirchhoff law, Wheatstone's bridge. That topics are most important. Definitely the questions are going to come from Kirchhoff law. Because Kirchhoff law, in engineering also the Kirchhoff laws are, they are asking. So that is basic. They are expecting, as a student should know the Kirchhoff law. So they are expecting, so they are asking the questions. You can predict that, okay. Then chapter number 4, moving charges and magnetism and matter, chapter number 5. In the chapter number 4, what a lot of questions are there. Chapter number 4, how to convert a galvanometer into ammeter, galvanometer into voltmeter, torque, tau equal to NBA sin theta, force on the current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field, lot of questions that you need to, especially that magnetic Lorentz force. In that magnetic Lorentz force, if the force is maximum, the particle is moving in a circular path. If the force is 0, the particle will not be affected by the force, the particle will move by its own way. If the force is minimum, it is not a maximum, it is not a minimum, 0, then the particle will be moving in a helical path. That helical path, why it attains the helical path, they are asking. That is the concept oriented question. Or the student are able to understand why the path of the charged particle became helical, they are checking. Okay, you need to know the reason, then only you are able to write the answer. Okay, then magnetism and matter, that type of magnetic material is most important. Dia, para, ferro. The 3 properties of dia, properties of para, properties of ferro. Ferromagnetism, ferromagnetic material iron, that is very, that is what, that are attracted by the magnets. Dia, they are repelled by the magnets. Para, they are leastly attracted by the magnet. That kind of property you should know. First study what is dia, what is para, what is ferro, and the properties and how the properties are different to each other. In what way they are different to each other, that you should know. That topic is most important. After that, electromagnetic induction, that is a very easy and interesting chapter. Because in that chapter, the key word is whenever there is a change in the magnetic flux linked with the closed circuit and EMF was induced, that is what electromagnetic induction. Faraday can be explained that electromagnetic induction with 2 or 3 experiments. That will teach you first law of Faraday's first law, second law, Lenz's law, everything. In that, for EMI, which part is important? Inductions, self-induction, mutual inductions, that is most important. AC generator, that is important. Okay, that are points you need to revise, that are topics. Then electromagnetic induction, the next is what? AC, alternating current. In alternating current, the transformer part plays a vital role. Step up transformer, step down transformer. If it is a transformer means, step up transformer means what about the number of turns? The number of turns in the step up transformer, NS will be greater than NP. If NP is greater than NS, then step down transformer. So what about the VSVP, that ISIP, that relationship, what is K, what is energy losses in the transformer, how the transformers are useful, how the transformer is used for the long distance power transmission. For long distance power transmission is possible only with the help of the transformers. Without the transformer, we can't send the power through long distance. How the transformer works, that is what is that? That's a beautiful concept you read, okay? Finally, the first volume, the 8th chapter, the part is that electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves means only 2 concepts. First part consists of the displacement current, the property of continuity, that Maxwell's equations. Second part consists of electromagnetic spectrum. That's 7 waves. Okay, gamma rays, X-rays, UV, visible. That seven waves make an order according to their frequency or wavelength. That arrangement is called as electromagnetic spectrum. They are asking electromagnetic spectrum related question, especially uses of electromagnetic waves. Sometimes they are asking what are the uses of electromagnetic waves like X-rays. Sometimes they are asking which wave is used in the photographs for physiotherapy. For physiotherapy, which kind of rays are using? Infrared rays. That type of questions. Sometimes they are asking the wavelength range is given. In that wavelength range, which wave will be present and what are the uses? Write any one of the uses. That type of questions also they are arriving. Then the biggest chapter, ray optics. That ray optics, that is a beautiful chapter only. Some of you are afraid, means no need of afraid. Don't worry. That chapter you need to concentrate some topics. I will tell you. First, refracting index. Refracting index means what? Refracting index formula you studied in your class 10 also. Mu equal to C by V. Mu21 is equal to mu2 by mu1. Mu is equal to sin A by sin R, that is Snell's law. That refracting index topic you need to just go through. Then real depth, apparent depth. That applications of refraction, total internal refraction, total internal reflection. Lens maker formula, then optical instruments. That optical instruments is most important in that field. What is that? Ray optics. Mostly chapter number 8, 9, 10. The weightage of chapter number 8, 9, 10 is 18. The 1, 2, 3 chapters, do you know the weightage? Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So for these 3 chapters, 16 marks will come. 17 marks here, 18 marks here, 12 marks here, and this is 7 marks. Totally you get 70 marks. Okay. So for chapters 1, 2, 3, 16 marks, 4, 5, 6, 7, 17. This is the highest weightage, 8, 9, 10. In the highest weightage, we are expecting case-based study questions. At least one case-based study questions coming from this 3. We are expecting, this is only expectation, we are not giving surety. We are expecting, why we are giving expectation? 8, 9, 10 chapters, you study very well because there is a lot of chance for the case-based study questions to come. Why? Because of the weightage I am telling. Okay, more weightage is there, 18 marks is a very good mark. So semiconductor, only one chapter gives 7 marks. That will be very helpful for all the students, even for slow learners. That we need to concentrate because this consists of very less content and more diagrammatic questions. If you draw the diagram, PN junction diode, forward bias character, reverse bias character, energy level diagram, half wave rectifier diagram, full wave rectifier diagram. That diagram will help you. Sometimes they are asking the diagrams in 2 months. Just to draw the diagram. Draw the diagram for compound microscope. When the object is placed at least distance of distinction, the image is formed at the least distance of distinction. That means D, least distance of distance. When the object is, the image is formed at infinity. Okay, that type of question is given. Draw the diagram means you can draw the diagram. Don't, no need to write the answers. Finally, what I can tell is the CBSE paper evaluators expects the answers for the questions given in the question paper. Not the questions, not the answers given in your reference book, not the answers given in your NCERT book. They are expecting the answers for the questions asking in the question paper. In the question paper they are giving, for example I am saying, what is an electric dipole? And obtain an expression for electric field due to electric dipole at an axial point. It means most of the students are writing that axial point derivation. And they hope, okay, I will get the good marks. No, your marks will be reduced. Why? Because you are not writing what is electric dipole. They are making the tags in the question. What is electric dipole? Define electric dipole moment and obtain an expression. 3 kind of questions are asking. But you are answering only one question. How they are giving full marks? It is not possible. So only I am usually, first of all I tell you what? Read the question at least twice. Read the question at least twice. So you can write what is dipole. 2 equal and opposite charges separate by a small distance. What is a dipole? P equal to Q into 2D. That is the product of one of the magnitude of one of the charges and the distance between them. Its unit is Coulomb meter. Then you can obtain the expression for axial point. Then you are getting the full marks. So you need to read the question fully. Fully you can read the question at least twice. Because sometimes if you are reading the question, you are not seeing the question present inside the question. Some questions are present inside the question. That we are not seeing. Okay, most of the students made mistake in that part. So you just see the questions and read the questions. What is the question asked? For that question you can write the answer, you get the full mark. Sir, I studied in one guide, sir. My teacher guided me to follow that guide. I studied in NCERT book, sir. I studied in another one guide, sir. Which is correct, sir? Answer for that question, the answer we needed. The CBSE expect only the answer from the students. Okay, you can follow any guide, any book, any reference material. That is your wish. You can follow anything, no problem, no issues. You may follow that guide, this guide, that answer the book, that notes, that JE notes, that means whatever maybe you follow. But what we are, as a paper evaluator, can expect what? The answer from the student. The answer from the student. That should be straight. That should be straight. Okay. Don't go once round like a EMF. What is EMF? EMF is an electromotive force. Okay, it moves the charge once round the closed circuit. Likewise, don't go the answer to a round trip. The answer will be in a straight way. Okay, the answer will be like a displacement. It is in a shortest distance. Likewise, you can represent the answer in a straight way. What is the question asking? I am writing the answer. Okay, if the answer is correct, you are representing in some other, you are following some other books, definitely they will give mark. Definitely they need to give the mark. They should give the marks. That is the rule. Okay, you need to represent the answer in a correct way. You can follow any book, any notes according to your wish. Nobody can ask you. Okay, right. The one thing I want to tell you, for toppers, listen. Those who are able to get more than 65 out of 70, listen. Sometimes they are giving some tricky questions. Psychologically, they are asking questions for making the students to make some mistakes. Okay, for example, we know very well what is the macroscopic form of Ohm's law. J is equal to, I am writing here, J equal to sigma E. Yes, J equal to sigma E, you know, I know, everybody know, J is equal to sigma E. What is J, what is sigma, what is E? If you know, J is the, what? J, current density, sigma, resistivity, E, electric field. But in the question itself, they are asking, what they are asking, sigma is what? Conductivity, conductivity. They are asking in the question, if rho is the conductivity, they are asking in the question, listen to words. If rho is considered to be conductivity, then write the expression which correlates J and E, or macroscopic form of Ohm's law. We need to write the macroscopic form of Ohm's law by the given situation. In the question, they are giving rho is the conductivity. But usually we are studying rho is the resistivity. We know. But in the question they are giving rho is the conductivity means you can write this answer. This answer will be correct, this answer will be wrong. Why, sir? Some of you are asking, sir, why, sir? This is the correct answer. That is given in the book, sir. Okay, sir. But they are given purposely. Take rho is the conductivity in the question paper. Then J is equal to rho E is the correct answer. J equal to sigma E. Don't represent. That is one thing. Toppers, you need attention for this. And also another one too. If you are a topper, you are getting 70 out of 70. Okay, you made one mistake, for example, what? We all know what is the value of root 2. The root 2 value is 1.414. But in the question itself, one problem they are giving in the question paper. They are giving in the question paper purposely. Take root 2 is equal to 1.4. Take root 2 is equal to 1.4 only. Then you can take 1.4, then you can derive, then you can express the answer. That is the correct way. But some of you are thought that we know root 2 equal to 1.414. They are wrongly given. So I am doing 1.414 and you just do that and get the final answer. That answer will be just little bit deviating from the original answer. Little bit deviating. Some 20% of error will come because they are giving 1.4. Accordingly, they can prepare the answer key. Who is that? That NCERT, that is CBSE. But as a student, you are putting 1.4 and 4 and you can Do it and you can get the answer. That will be 20% error from the answer given in the answer key. So it may be a chance to reduce half or 1 mark. Then your score will be 69 out of 70. These are the chances for toppers. Be aware of that. This that is also minimum, maximum, that kind of questions are asking. First secondary maximum, second secondary maximum, that kind of questions also asking. So these three parts you need to concentrate. Diffraction due to a single slit. Just a minute. Diffraction due to a single slit, YDSC, Huygens principle. These are the things you need to concentrate in wave optics. Then next chapter is dual nature. Dual nature is a very friendly chapter for you because most of the questions are graphical related questions. Sometimes they are asked, the question paper set are asking to draw the graph by the student. Sometimes they are giving the graph and asking some questions in the graph. They need to, then they are asking to mark the x-axis, y-axis, what is x, anode potential, what is y, intensity. How, if the intensity of the incident radiation changes, what about the photoelectric current? If the frequency changes, the frequency which affects which parameter. So you need to know the relationship. Intensity, photoelectric current directly proportional. Frequency, kinetic energy directly proportional. That type of relations you make thorough. Okay, because most of the questions are asking in that part only. Laws of photoelectric emission. That first part consists of what is photoelectric effect, graphical relationship, laws of photoelectric emission. That is. In the second part consists of de Broglie wavelength of matter waves and de Broglie wavelength of electrons. That is lambda equal to h by mv, lambda equal to 12.27 by root p, angstrom, that type of formula. That is easy chapter, you prepare well. Then atoms and nuclei. Individually, if we are saying means these three chapters consist of 12 marks. Each chapter may be 4 marks or 4. One chapter is 4, another chapter is 5, another chapter is 3, whatever may be. Usually atoms and nuclei. Atoms consist of that excitation potential, ionization potential, that type of questions. Spectral series of hydrogen atom will be deleted, but you should know what is Lyman series, Balmer, Paschen, bracket fund. Theory question means radius of nth Bohr orbit. Okay, frequency of the spectral lines, velocity of the electron in the Bohr orbit of the electron in the energy of the electron in the Bohr orbit, energy of the electron in the hydrogen atom. Most preferring in that chapter is hydrogen atom only. There in that chapter full hydrogen atom is only explained. Okay, so you need to consider hydrogen atom, that energy level diagram that you should know. Because once the electron is jumping from higher energy state to lower energy state, definitely it will lose its energy. Once it want to go from low orbit to high orbit, ground state is some of the excited state, the energy will be given externally. So that the energy level diagram you must be thorough. Spectral series of hydrogen atom, what is excitation potential, that type of potential, and also atom model, especially Rutherford atom model. Drawbacks, okay, what are the drawbacks of Rutherford atom model? What are the, what are the theory given by the Rutherford atom model? He found the nucleus. Before that, J.J. Thomson assumed that there will be no nucleus. He didn't know about the nucleus, but Rutherford found the nucleus. What is meant by nucleus? That all things you just see, you just go through the things. Okay, if you go through the things, you can acquire some knowledge because that will be easy chapter. The next is nuclei. The nuclei, first you should know for the repeated questions are asking from the part classification of nuclei. Classification of nuclei means isotope, isobar, isotone. Isotopes, isobars and isotones. What is isotope? Same atomic number, different mass number. Same mass number, different atomic number, isobar. Isotone, same number of neutrons. That we are giving one examples and find out the pair of isotopes, isotones, that type of questions they are asking. Okay. Then second part consists of what is nuclear fission, fusion, multiplication factor, chain reaction, and they are asking that energy, binding energy per nucleon. That curve is important. Binding energy per nucleon curve. Okay, the binding energy per nucleon with the mass number. You can draw one graph. That graph is most important. Okay, the conclusion of the graph is most important. Okay, the binding energy based sums is also important. What is binding energy? Delta m into c square. B equal to delta m into c square. What is delta m? Mass difference. What is mass difference? The difference in the actual mass of the nucleus and the number of protons and the mass of the number of protons and the neutrons. Okay, that mass defect into c square is known as binding energy. That related problems they are asking. They are giving the values. Okay, they are asking how to find the binding energy from that. So you have to find out the delta m. Delta m into c square is equal to binding energy. In that topic, 1 AMU into c square is equal to some values that MeV. That value you should know. All these you need to cover. So for nuclei means you need to concentrate classification of nuclei. First one, classification of nuclei. Then nuclear fission, fusion, that multiplication factor, all the things. Third, little bit problems, not higher level problems, basic problems you should do. Because other things are deleted. The radioactive law of disintegration, half-life period, mean life period, everything will be deleted, don't worry about it. Finally, semiconductor, the most important chapter consists of what? First, you should know two types of semiconductor, P-type and N-type. Energy level diagrams for P-type and type more. Why N-type? N means negative, negative means electrons. So the majority charge carriers of electrons. P means positive, positive means holes. So the majority charge carriers are holes. So how we can make PN junction diode? That is the most important question. Note it. PN junction diode formation, barrier potential formation. That is important. What is diffusion? What is drift? The two major processes involved in the formation of PN junction diode is diffusion and drift. What is diffusion current? What is drift current? Both are acting in the opposite direction. Why? Because that reasons you need to know. After the formation of the PN junction diode, application of PN junction diode. How to apply PN junction diode? We can apply a PN junction diode by biasing. What type of biasing is possible? Two kinds of biasing. One is forward biasing, another one is reverse biasing. Forward biasing means the PN junction diode works as a conductor after crossing some certain potential. That is called threshold potential, cutoff potential. But in the reverse biasing, the PN junction will not conduct. That is the beautiful property of the diode. If anyone is asking what is diode means, what can you do? What can you tell? Diode means it is like a conductor, but it conducts the current in only one direction. If you are connecting the diode in forward bias, it will conduct. If the same diode is connected reversely, that means reverse bias, then it will not conduct. That is the beautiful property of the diode. That property we are using to make it as a half-wave rectifier and a full-wave rectifier. All these things. After that, filter circuit. You just read the filter circuit, that is enough. So these are all the contents present. So I explained the content also. So nearly 25 days remaining. This time you are going to write your physics exam, the first exam. The major subject you are going to write in February 21. That exam will be very easy. Don't worry. Prepare. I will give some tips today. This 45 to 50 minutes class will be, I hope that 1 hour class will be very useful for you. I hope you make it useful. You prepare accordingly. If you have any doubt, you want to ask me anything personally, my mobile number is given. So you ask me, I will help you. Okay. My aim is to impart the knowledge, subject knowledge, the physics knowledge to the students in a easy way. Because most of the students nowadays are afraid and some fearing about the board exam, especially for major exam. They are saying, most of the students I am asking, most of the students are saying biology easy sir, chemistry easy sir, physics no sir, it's a dry subject sir. No sir, physics is a beautiful subject. You can enter, you can just involve the subject. make some interest, definitely you are going to get the good marks. Okay, so follow me, follow my words, follow my tricks and tips what I gave today. Definitely you are going to get a good marks. Presentation most important. Before the presentation, need good preparation, valuable preparation. So from today, you take a step that will help you. From today, you take because most of the schools completed their practicals. So hereafter, you are going to concentrate your theory only. So prepare well. So if you are preparing means that will help you for you. Definitely you are going to get the good marks. My best wishes to each and everyone. Those who are watching this video, it will be very helpful for you. This 2025 will be a successful for each and everyone watching this program. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubt, ask me. Otherwise, you can put your doubt in the comment box. I will reply you. Otherwise, you can call me. I will help you. I hope this session will be very useful for you. Any doubt? If anybody is asking about what? 5 marks expected chapter, sir. So one student is asking. I am not telling. Because why? Because we are predicting the topic. Some 5 marks is not a 5 marks. First try to understand that. 5 marks is not a 5 mark. It is made up of 3 mark and 2 mark. So they are splitting. If you have a blueprint, then I can tell. No blueprint. Only weightage we are having. According to the weightage, 5 mark can be able to ask from any chapter. It may mostly my expectation is from Gauss's law side, first chapter. First chapter Gauss's law is the applications of Gauss's law. Infinite outside charge dual, then infinite plane sheet, then spherical shell. That part they are asking every year. They are mostly asking 1 5 mark, not 1 5 mark, one part of 1 5 mark called 1 3 mark. 1 3 mark coming from that topic. Then semiconductor, maybe your luck, otherwise ray optics. Okay. Some of you are asking for a AC chapter how questions are asked. We are not predicting the exact questions. And keep on telling that one thing is we are just expecting the topics. How many questions in which chapter, in which topic, we can't tell because we does not have any blueprint. Then how to prepare for atoms and nuclei I told you. Okay. Okay, if you have any other doubt, you call me. I'm waiting to answer you all the questions. So, with my guidance, I will give my best wishes to you. All of you are going to get the good marks. Thank you for attending this session with me. Thank you. We will continue. We will meet in the next program. Thank you, students. Bye. Thank you. This is Ramesh from Sai Coaching Institute. Bye.